Yeah, no, of course. What do you think about that case?
I think it's a train wreck. I think it's a train wreck, and I think if I were to guess, I would guess that Young Thug will probably be found guilty, but then he might get off on appeal.
I said that.
I feel like they're preparing more for the appeal.
Thank you.
More so than this case, because this case is so messy on so many different levels.
Vlad, they've been getting at me recently. So after this Tory thing, I also had Lord for Workers, Mo, come in here, and I interviewed him.
I interviewed him before. And
he said one of the most impactful things to me, because I was covering the Tory Lanez trial. You've always had your thoughts about it. Mm-hmm. But when I interviewed him, he said, if I had one regret, is that I was in court and I saw the moment where I was just like, Tory's probably going to get found guilty. And he said, when I walked out of the court and I was making these videos, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I was one of the people who are going off everything you said. So we're like, yo, Tory's beating the case. Yeah, and it happened.
Yeah, Mo, and I've interviewed Mo before. And the thing about Mo, and I like Mo, right? Mo Gangat, is that if you talk to him, his long-term goals is to be a criminal defense attorney, right? For high-profile clients like rappers and stuff like that. So I think whenever you ask him about any sort of case with a rapper, which is what we do for a living, he's always going to be like, they're innocent, what proof, they can never prove this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel that sometimes he sort of overdoes that, in my opinion, to the point of not really looking at it logically sometimes or legally. Like I said, yeah, this whole thing, like Tory's going to get off, Tory's going to get off, Tory's going to get off, Tory's going to get off. You look at Megan the reporter, who's sitting in the same case, she's like, Tory's going to get found guilty. Tory's going to found guilty. Tory's going to found guilty.
They were saying things different night and day.
Yeah.
I was thinking that
and Megan was right.
Yeah, right. I thought she was coming from like a feminist, very liberal,
she was
progressive.
Looking at the actual. I mean, the whole jury agreed with her.
No, I agree.
Right. So obviously you could say whatever, but it's a jury of men and women.
That's when I realized. I think us here as media. And this is why they're mad at me for the Young Thug case right now, because they want me to say, like, of course this trial is a shit show, but they want me to say that Young Thug is coming home in 3 months. That's what and basically this was my response to everyone. I said, listen, I covered this Tory thing, and I even feel shitty for making people feel like they had zero case and that Tory was gonna walk.
Well, you have a personal relationship with him. You're friends with him.
Yeah, and I'm also friends with him.
Yeah,
but also,
I'm use the studio, like you guys have business and personal stuff like that. So
and people were so let down.
I'm not going to talk bad about Boosie.
No. But I'm
going to say Boosie's going to get free.
No. But it wasn't necessarily just about that. It was like I was analyzing the case. Like, for example, now with the Young Thug case, I'm like, and I told everyone, because they're like, look, they're messing up. And I said, bro, here's the thing. It doesn't seem like this isn't a Trump case. It doesn't seem like another court is going to step in to figure out if the judge is unfair or the prosecutor is doing things incorrectly. It feels like it's going to go to conclusion. Yeah. And if this goes to conclusion, it doesn't matter how many motions to mistrial that y'all raised, the same judge is going to say denied. Yeah. You're going to ask him to get off the case. He's going to say no. Mm-hmm. If it goes to conclusion like this, most likely Young Thug will be found guilty. Yeah. Most likely, he will have to go through the appellate process. Right. Most likely, that would be years, probably 3 to 5 years. And
maybe, possibly. Maybe 1 to 2 if he's lucky.
Fulton County is stacked with cases.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, you have to go to the Supreme Court of Georgia. And 3 judges are going to have to say that something the judge did affected the case to the point where you have to do a retrial.
Okay. And even then...
And then they have the opportunity to do the case all over again.
So just being realistic, and it's me learning from the Tory thing. I love the fans that watch me, but I'm not here to give you and coddle you. Like when I'm covering the YNW Melly case, they want me to just say, oh, Melly's beating this shit. Like, no, this shit doesn't look good. Like, they have all type of DNA. They're like, I've never seen more science and forensics done on a case than this. But fans kind of, when you're covering cases, that's what I realized. They want you to say, no, of course Tory's going to beat this.
Yeah, no. On social media, Tory was definitely the winner.
You were being seen as a hater. They were like, "Yo, Vlad is."
Who was right?
Vlad want to see the black man in jail.
No,
Vlad is a cop,
Right. No, but we're also talking about a black woman, right? So do I want to see a black man in jail, or am I standing up for a black woman who got shot? How do you want to look at it? Because it's all the same situation, right? In this particular case, I felt that based on all the evidence that I saw, everything she said, the fact that, what's the name of the girl who testified? Kelsey, I felt there was clear witness tampering. She couldn't remember who paid for a lawyer. You paid for lawyers, right?
Of course.
Do you ever forget who pays for them?
Hey, Vlad. do
you ever forget? Because lawyers are expensive.
Vlad, I'm sitting with my banker, and I have my face is just like, they could see it in my eyes.
Yes.
And I'm telling them, wire this to this, wire this to this. And they're like, yo, is everything good? Are you having a good day? I said, nothing is good about today. I'm wiring out my earnings to fucking attorneys.
Exactly. You know exactly how much you pay for lawyers, and you know who pays for it. They'll never admit it, but clearly Tory was paying for Kelsey's lawyers. And clearly the jury saw through it. She changed her whole entire testimony. They had to play her original testimony to the court.
By the way, the same thing's happened in the YSL trial. Everyone thinks that the guy is outsmarting the state. He's like, I don't remember. Oh, I lied to the investigators. You know what the investigators now said? Hey, by the way, since he told a different story to the investigators, I think we should be able to play the original story. Right? And basically they're threatening this guy, saying, hey, listen, you're probably gonna get jailed as well. Everybody in that case just really believes that there's no way to prove it. And I hate to just break it to the Young Thug fans. I'm not going to be a part of that delusion. In media, here's the thing. In media, it does serve my benefit to lie to you, because I'm serving fans, the people who are, think about it. If I'm covering the YSL case, who gives a fuck about the YSL case?
Rap fans.
Rap fans who like Young Thug.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the haters of Young Thug just watching every day. It's going to be the people who I want him to get out to give us music.
Yeah.
So you know what I could do? And line my pockets with cash? Let me keep dangling the carrot. Hey, it's not looking good for the DA. Looks like the case is crumbling at any minute now. Yeah. Young Thug right now, look at his demeanor in court.
Plea deal, time served.
Yeah, look at his demeanor in court. Look like he's ready to walk free any day.
Man, I feel like, listen, I would rather be right than popular. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I'd rather be right than popular. I agree. You can call me a hater all you want. Tory DM me, try to pick my brain, figure out what I know. I told him what I know is what everyone else knows, and it's clear what's happening. Right? And I was right.
Yeah.
I was right. He was found guilty unanimously. I was right. I'm not a hater. I was just right. It brings me no joy to see Tory in a cell right now. You know what I'm saying? It does bring me a little bit of joy that Megan had some level of justice, because she really did get shot. And at the end of the day, no matter how you want to slice it, every jury wants to hear from the accused. And by you choosing not to take the stand, you are lessening your chances of winning. Now, you could say it's not your job to take the stand. You just have to prove reasonable doubt. You don't have to prove that you're innocent. You just have to prove a reasonable doubt. And that's absolutely true. But when you choose not to take the stand, the jury will already think that you did it.
I was surprised.
Am I right?
Yeah, listen. I was one of the people who challenged you on that. I was like, I've always heard the defendant, the client, should never take the stand in those cases.
That's not true.
You said it. You said
case by case.
You said the moment that Tory's star witness basically flipped and started being the star witness for the prosecutor, he said the defense should have never rested without calling Tory or fighting tooth and nail to get that bodyguard on the stand.
Exactly.
Which the judge said we could get the driver on the stand, but we're going to need over a week, and we're going to go through the holidays.
Tory's own lawyer said no, that's okay. We'll skip it. And Tory's not taking the stand. We rest. Get to the verdict. Tory's not taking the stand. If I did not shoot Megan, if I know 100% I did not shoot her, I don't care if my lawyer tells me not to take the stand. I am going to take the stand. And you can cross-examine me, and I'll tell you the same story, which is the truth, over and over and over and over again. I didn't shoot her. If Kelsey was the shooter, and she may have also been the shooter, You know what I'm saying? Because they both had gun residue on their hands. Yes, this happened. A fight broke out. I was fucking, Kelsey, and it was found out that I was fucking Megan behind her back. Kelsey got upset. Both these women are bigger than me. Tori's 5'3". Tori's 5'3".
Hey, Wax, right? My guy, Wax been saying there's like footage of the whole thing happening.
Yeah, there was I believe an Asian kid had taken footage of the video of the event, but he or she is a minor, and the parents don't want to be involved. They don't want to have their name. That's Wax's story. He said that he has not seen it, but he's known someone who has seen it. So I don't know.
Hey,
until Wax tells me that he saw it.
Hey, listen.
And I get the play
with all due respect, and like, Wax my guy, and I don't want to, because Wax loves his credibility, and I don't believe he's making this up. I feel like he heard it from somewhere.
Yeah.
But I've heard from people as close as it could be. That's not true.
Okay.
There is no footage of like the shooting happened.
Yeah.
Like you gotta imagine, like, if you're telling me this is a criminal case, if there is I don't care who it is, it could be NASA recording something.
You know that you could pay for footage, right? You know that Tory, if that footage actually existed, if it did, Tory could pay that family $1 million to own that footage, have them sign a piece of paper. Because I've gone through court shit and I've had to buy footage and stuff like that, right? There's a whole thing. Person comes in, they sign a paper and say, I took the footage. They'll say that hasn't been modified. During the subpoena, they would have to sit down and explain how they got the footage, where it went, how it got transferred. Did they move it around? Is it AI? Is it spliced together? Is it blah, blah? No. Here's the original hard drive, whatever else. And he could legally own that footage and present it to the jury.
Hey, so...
But that never happened.
This is a story I hear. There was a family that was claiming that there was footage.
Okay.
The police followed up with the family, and they never provided any such footage over the length of the investigation. That they didn't even say what was on the footage. They said, hey, we had seen these people in the car. We started recording. Yeah. It didn't say because the new developed story is that they followed them, which if I'm a driver and you see someone following you turn by turn to some... basically an alley. If you see, it's like a alley.
But it all happened in one location.
Right? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, no. They had started arguing at first, and then one person got out the car. This is before the bullets get fired. Oh, okay. She hops back in the car, and they said they seen that, and then they follow the car. From what I'm hearing,
if it's a minor, then
no, it's.
Story doesn't make sense.
Yeah, from what I heard, the police. There was a report of that. The police checked into it, but there was zero footage available. Now, that's why I was interested when you were hearing that, there is footage available, the police didn't get it. Because the police followed up with these people and they said, hey, did you guys see anything? No, but we have footage. Okay, you didn't see anything, but you have footage. Okay, where's the footage? We don't have the footage. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we could say it's kind of complicated.